Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, all that good stuff. Just kind of waiting here for a few minutes, see if anyone's around or maybe you're finishing up dinner. But I wanted to make sure and jump on here and follow up with the post that I had sent out yesterday. Hopefully you all saw it. Because what are we talking about today is how you can change the world one day a week. Okay, does that sound kind of crazy? Have you ever heard about that? There's something that's called Wealth Wednesdays, where you can make a huge impact one day a week. What does that mean? Well, let's go back. So the last couple of days we've talked about what is success, right? So according to Earl Nightingale, success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. And then we talked about how success can also, part of that, an example of that could be how we leave a legacy. And if you went on my Facebook page today, I also shared a follow-up article on that whole concept about the importance of leaving a legacy. So today, what is this thing called Wealth Wednesdays? How easy would it be to one day impact people? Maybe one person at a time, maybe it's a group of people, simply by having a financial there has to be a financial exchange of money, like you pay coffee for the person behind you, or you pay the tolls for someone behind you in line. Hey, Debbie, so glad to see you. Thanks for joining in. The laundromat to leave extra coins for someone. So the number one thing is that there has to be a financial exchange. And number two, that there's no expectation or ideally no exchange or whatnot, that they, in other words, that they don't know that you did it. So those are kind of the two qualifiers for the Wealth Wednesdays. This is something I really want to commit to and really encourage and inspire the people to do this, because I know very recently I had an experience that I wanted to share today, and I know I referred to it, so now I'm going to tell the story. So I was driving back from Utah a couple weeks ago, early in the morning in this tiny town, getting my van pumped up with gas. And I started to see all these trucks pulling in. I thought, oh, this is kind of like dark in the morning. You know, who are these people? And out tumbled men and women who just were pretty covered in dirt and just looked really tired. And then I saw the patches on their shoulders that they were firefighters that were working up in a lot of the areas in Utah where I was at the time. There are a lot of forest fires. And you all know how hard they work, and just it's grueling. It's a really grueling job. And right in that moment, I went, you know what? I could do something. It's not big, but I can do something. Hey, Connie, so good to see you. And I just went up to the cashier. I got my coffee, paid for my gas, and I just gave her a few extra bills. And I just said, you know what? Please let this go to covering whatever those firefighters need. And, you know, just whatever it is. And she's looked at me and I went, no, just, that's it. So I ran out and was pumping my gas. And then I started seeing the firefighters were coming towards me and went, oh, crud. I forgot to tell her not to tell that it was me. But let me tell you, that was to have grown men and women with tears in their eyes just coming up and just saying thank you. You don't know how much that meant. They were actually from out of state in Idaho. They were really tired. They were homesick, and just a Coke and chips or whatever they wanted meant the world to them. And it wasn't really it wasn't a huge sacrifice for me, but as much as I really just said, hey, I know what you guys are doing, and I just so appreciate that, and just thank you, seriously. So even though I'd hoped to be anonymous, boy, I was really hugely blessed. I didn't realize what an impact that would have. And that's what I encourage you. So my goal is like every Tuesday to set out a post to say, hey, don't forget, Wednesday is a great opportunity. And hey, you know what? If you don't get it on the Wednesday and you get on the Thursday, that still counts. But if just to intentionally set that day for doing something just as a huge anonymous blessing to someone else. I mean, can you imagine how we can impact and change the world, right? Yeah, totally, Connie. I mean, it's like, it's so simple, and we probably do a lot of this already, but if we know other people are doing it, like, ooh, I better, make sure I look for those opportunities. What a difference. Yeah, totally, Debbie, right? And yeah, pay it forward, whatever that is. But it's just like, if we're all in it together and we're doing it together, and this kind of catches on, I don't know, I just got goose pimples. So I think we're on the right track with this. So my encouragement again, and lastly, is that let's be contagious. This is success. This is what we can do. And hey, Rachel, good to see you. And it's not a huge deal. We know what our finances are. We know what our budget is. So it doesn't have to be outrageous. Or maybe you got a bonus and you say, you know what, I've been looking for a good way to spend it, and I'm not sure. I mean, you guys have extra ideas of ways that you can bless some other people in this way. Put it down there in the comments. If you thought this was a value and maybe a little inspiring to maybe some of your friends, please go ahead and share the video. But just anyway, just wanted to share that. And there'll be some more good stuff and content coming in days to come. But just thank you all for joining in, and have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.